Hello, we are here for one more lesson of this Flex CAD training course, and the topic for today will be the title blocks. Um, we can insert, as you may know already, we can insert title blocks inside any 2D drawing of the Flex, and it's very easy to do it. We have one menu specific for the title blocks. And when we go there, we have this group called also title block. So we just have to make new. And from a list of title blocks that we already have inside the software, we need to choose one of the title blocks, just do the OK. And we get this dialog box that it is a window that was created inside T-Flex where we can fulfill all the parameters regarding the title block. So it's quite easy. All the places where we have this small arrow pointing down, it's because it has options. So dates and the other ones we can fulfill and put data, okay, comments, so on. We have this area down where we can choose, for example, between the projection method or choose a different color for the title block. And basically, when you are okay with it, just do OK and it's inserted. So whatever you may choose on the title block, it appears on the correct place. We can insert also things by hand if we click directly on the boxes, so no big deal. And we can always make the addition after, simply going there and saying, okay, change this one and do OK, and it's updated, so not very different. We have a couple of functions more about these title blocks. One is the possibility to make a change of type somewhere in the future. So if we need to change the type, so it can be easily changed, or we can move this depending on what we want. So we can do move it to other place and it will act, or change to these options here. And besides, in this big item called title block, we can add some notes. For example, doing new, we can add some notes which are many times important to complement the drawings. So we can, for example, make this a little smaller and position this near the title block. We can edit also, not too difficult. We can also add some notes here and simply create a file and save it to your computer. We have the same for roughness, so we can create a couple of symbology and data and so on. So for example, I don't know what I'm inserting, so let us say something, okay? For example, and you create something like this, which you can also change to a new place. We have also the possibility to make a weld table in case it's needed. And we can export it or create this cut list. So I don't contain any elements, so it will not create. And the same if we had also these bands, so we can have them also under here. This is very easy, as I think you've seen, to insert the title block. But you may ask, but how do I reach this level to insert and have ready the title block? In fact, the title block, it is a fragment file, which it is under the installation folder of Tflex. So Tflex, libraries, system, title block, and then you have all this information here. If you open one of the title blocks, it is a file, a very standard one. So you must draw all of these things and put all the text and so on. So it's quite standard. And we need to create this additional page to configure what will be available and what could be edited and changed when we are inserting. This is, if you remember, done or first assessed by this model, and we get this special dialog box where it looks already the final appearance when we are inserting and putting the data inside. But if you remember, we create controls and then we can add more controls to any drawing, and that is the way to create your title block. It is, if you want something a little more complex, it may be or it may take some time to create something functional, but once done, okay, it is done and you can have it for all your work. Maybe to start it is easier to open one of the existent ones and modify only under that base, under what you have already, instead of creating a completely new one. But anyway, I think the use of these title blocks, it's not very difficult, and I hope that you may have seen the highlights to work with these title blocks. Any questions, any help? Again, I mention always this, send us an email or contact us, and we will be here to help you in all your questions.